hotties, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Leslie. If you're new here, I am also known around the internet as the Hot Mommy, and today I'm going to tell you how you can live your life fabulously without over consuming, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this. In 2008, I had my first daughter, and now we're in 2023. I have 2 more kids. I'm married. I run businesses. I've got a lot going on, which means I don't have a lot of time to try to figure things out on the go. I need to have a plan. I need to have a strategy, and I need to have a way to move through my life with ease. I'm going to teach you about something that I like to call hot minimalism. Because, honey, I'm a maximalist. I don't want to live life with 2 sweaters and 3 socks. Okay, I like things, I like stuff, but I also don't believe that you need to have a whole lot of stuff to be happy, to be at peace, and to be well inside. One of my homegirls, she always asks me, Leslie, how do you do it? I literally do not know how you do it all. How you have 3 kids, how you marry, how you sold television shows, how you wrote a novel, yada, yada, yada. And all that to say is I've built my life to live the way that I want to, and I can show you how to do the exact same. The first thing I'm going to teach you is hot minimalism as it relates to style. One thing about me is I like to look good, like point blank and the period. Okay, I don't want to look a mess. I want to look put together every time I go out, and trust me when I say that wasn't always the case. We have all looked a mess. We have all been outside and seen a photo of ourselves and been like, do I have friends? Who let me go outside looking like this? Okay, I was also one of those people that was wearing business casual in the club, but we have come a long way. Okay, we thank God. And I also have been a person that has overconsumed, that has looked on the internet and bought things because it looked cute on somebody else. And I looked up and then had a closet full of things that I literally hated because I was just buying what looked cute on other people, not thinking about my body shape, not thinking about colors that I enjoyed, not thinking about the way that I wanted to look when I stepped outside of my home. So that led me to my style rules, if you will, and the way that I choose to live my life and how I purchase clothes, shoes, accessories, and it's all led by the concept of hot minimalism. In general, I think when people think about minimalism, they think about living life without, and it's like it has to be at a deficit. And that's because that's the way kind of minimalism has been presented to us, but I don't really think of it like that. To me, it's about how I can do things efficiently and effectively with the minimal amount of effort. The way that I was able to work that in so that I stopped looking in my closet and not having anything was paring down my wardrobe literally to a color palette, to a style function, and knowing how I wanted to feel when I went outside. So you can see my rack behind me, and one of the things that you probably noticed is that it's literally all in the same color palette. That is literally how I shop for clothes. Clothes, shoes, bags, all of it. And the reason that I do that is because it makes it easier for me to go to my closet and get dressed in the morning. If everything in your closet matches, it makes it easy for you to pick out an outfit, pull it together, and go. And you always feel like yourself. You always look good. It's rarely any question. So the one thing that I needed to do to get myself to this place of hot minimalism was to realize the colors that I felt comfortable in. For me, that was neutrals. I found that whenever I had on something that was too pattern heavy, that was too colorful, I just felt like it's loud, it's noisy, and I don't like it. And the thing about me is I don't always want to be noticed in a room immediately. I like to kind of like be in the room and have people suddenly say, who is that in the corner? Oh wow, she looks fabulous, or like something like that. But I don't want to walk in and instantly everybody's eyes are on me. I get awkward, I get weird. In order to do that, you got to turn it down. So for me, that's neutrals, that's browns, that's blacks, that's creams, that's whites, that's denims, that's a little bit of green. And obviously those shades differ as we're in the seasons. So when we're in spring, it's more pastel-y of those colors. When we're in the fall, it's a little bit deeper set of those colors. But that color palette for me never changes, and it makes me feel the most comfortable. There are like a few colors that I've also picked that I'll throw in as kind of like little pops, and that's usually red and pink. And that's the gist of it. I'm not really one for like bright cobalt blues. I'm not one for purples and oranges or like limes and neons. Very, very rarely will you see that from me. If you do, you may see like neon yellow, but it's maybe in a like beanie or something like that. I have been able to parse down my wardrobe and know exactly what to buy, what I need in my closet, simply because of this color palette. So every time I go out, if it is not within the color palette that is in my closet, I leave it at the store. It's literally that simple. And that is a way that I'm able to get up and get out of my house always looking good and always feeling good about myself. Next, you need to wonder, like, and ask yourself, what do I feel most comfortable in, right? So like, if you're a t-shirt and jeans girl, which I am, that's fine, perfect. But you can definitely elevate the jeans and the t-shirt. You can turn it on its head and make it look differently. Essentially, this vest and these jeans is jeans and a t-shirt. But I've been able to elevate it so it doesn't just look like something that was rumpled on the floor and something that just I threw on in a minute. I made sure that I had the fit correct, right? One thing I've learned about myself that also helps with HAUTE minimalism is understanding your measurements. I'm short, I'm petite, right? But I'm not like tiny. I'm grown. I got a woman's body. Okay, so in that means that I have to dress for that. Even though I'm short and I'm small, I have longer legs and a more shorter torso, which means my pants look better when they have a little crop on them so that I can look a little more elongated. I like to wear a little bit of a high-waisted pant. I know that low rise is in right now, but the way that this stomach is set up and this back, baby, again, I'm grown. I want it to be pulled up. Now, they don't have to be up to my boobs, but a little bit of a high rise here, at least up to a belly button, that makes me feel comfortable. It also makes me feel good and looks best on me. So when you figure out the shapes, the colors, and the styles of things that you like to wear, it makes it much easier for you to be able to get dressed every day. And you rarely will have that feeling when you go to your closet like, ugh, I don't have anything to wear. If you're wondering to yourself, let's give me some examples. No problem, I'll show you. This shirt right here is something that I probably bought like 3 years ago. When I got this shirt, I was like, oh, it's cute. It's kind of like Versace-esque. It has a little print. Loved it. I loved kind of like the gaudiness of it. Now, as you can see, it still kind of falls within the color palette. It's got the black, the white, the neutral. The pop is really like the red. You know, I'm not really one for like a lot of blues other than denim. And so I found that even though I thought the shirt was okay and kind of cute, I never wore it. I never ever wore it, and it ended up really becoming like a bathing suit cover up for me as opposed to something that I was constantly wearing in my closet. I had like seen the print on other people and I was like, it's so cute. And so even though it is within the color scheme and the color palette, because it's not my style, it's so busy, I don't ever wear it, and it got thrown to the back of the closet. This is something that if you implement the HAUTE minimalism sort of process in your life, you won't buy things like this that you never wear. Another example is like this shirt. Now it's just a plain Kelly green button down. I have never worn it. Maybe once. Like it showed up in my closet and I was like, yeah, it'll be cute. It's bright, it's nice, but it's too bright for me. It is not a color that I feel like I look good in. I don't feel great when I go outside. So anytime I've tried to put it on, I immediately take it off because I just don't like it. This is one of the reasons why it's good to implement this plan into your life, because then you don't have a closet full of things that you never, ever, ever want to wear. Done with that. So this is one of those moments where you get caught up because H&M has like a collaboration and you're like, oh yes, girl, I need to give me some pieces. Do you?
No, not really.
Do you have to get you some pieces? You really don't. You don't. And let me be honest with you. I'm kind of over collabs anyway. I wrap it up. Like, so this was from the H&M Kenzo collab. I am not a Kenzo wearer normally. Like, there's sometimes when I see things, I'm like, oh, that's cute, that's nice. But I don't lean to Kenzo often. So why did I decide that I needed to have this Kenzo dress? Like, it's cute, but the colors are not anything that I wear. I don't wear blue. I don't like orange. It's got leopard, flowers, prints. It's quilted. Now, the times that I've worn it, I've looked cute. I'm not gonna say I haven't. However, it is not something that I ever reach for in my closet because it's too busy. I don't want to wear this. Like, I never think, oh, I need to put that Kenzo dress on. It's like doily. It's too much going on. And so it never ever gets worn. This way of shopping and this way of like living my life has made it so that I rarely ever feel like I have things that I don't want. The one thing that is super duper important to me is living well. I was a person that didn't grow up having a lot, and so I always wanted to feel like my life was at peace. That is something that I seek out, like peace and safety and all those things. And I think that when it comes to style, a lot of people don't realize how much that can influence what you put on. And for me, having something to constantly wear and not feeling overwhelmed when it comes time to get dressed just sets the tone for my day. I never have to think twice about like, do I have something that matches? Do I have things that go together? Because I do. Also, When it comes time to go to the store, I want you to think about what you actually need in your closet. Sometimes we go to the store or we watch a video or we see somebody looking cute, like, oh girl, I gotta have it. Trust me, I've fallen victim. I do it a lot. And then I realize I'm buying things that other people look good in. Why can't I just let them look good in that, right? Now, if you're looking at people who have a similar style to you, have similar taste as you, then you know, be well. Oftentimes people think that minimalism has to mean sacrifice, and clearly that's not what it has to mean, because I don't necessarily believe in that. Like, if you want it, you should have it, but just make sure that it fits. Just make sure that it goes into your color scheme. Make sure that it follows your style rules, and that you're not just purchasing something that you actually already have. That's why I say that HAUTE Minimalism is the best way to live your life. And if you can implement color palettes, style rules, you will never walk into your closet and have nothing to wear again. You can definitely live your life and have your closet be the fullest you want it to be if you are still maintaining these simple rules. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it helps you and that you're able to figure out what you want your style to look like as you go on. If you do, make sure you subscribe, give me a thumbs up, be sure to share this video with the homies, and I'll see you hotties next time.